We going crazy, we at the top and we...
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Throwing, Mills. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The Texans at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They get on the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On 2nd and 9, Mills.
Looking there for picks, but intercepted.
Zach Cunningham with a pick.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here we go, here we go.
And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. So now then the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. From midfield now, Burrow.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards from the 10, 1st and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming out and put the pressure on them.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are...
And it's a Titans touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Mills now. This is caught. It's Woods. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Woods the receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Working out of the gun, Mills. The 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
11. Burrow on play action.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. That one good for 24 yards.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and a
touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 85 yards.
And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on it.
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Texans.
Jamison Williams,
75 yards.
And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go, here we go. Close.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
And they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
To throw, Mills.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Kyle Pitts.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands position.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So we've come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football, and the Texans scoop it. And this results in 6 touchdowns. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once more, here's Eckler.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Short throw to Disley.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Burrow, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On play action, Mills. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play fake, Mills. To the right side and complete to Hurst. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on it man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Burrow will throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Mills. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Brandon Jones picking it up.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good. Touchdown!
Ken Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Mills now looks to throw on first down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down, Mills.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
The 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Here we go, here we go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Burrow.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
On one, right?
First down. Here's Burrow. And now here's another interception.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 8.
In motion left goes a tight end.
And going right back to Walker.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
1-1, ready?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
11 MT,
And they go play action now. Burrow.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break up the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Here we go.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Get set.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
A CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, given the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned